Namaste, angels. I'm going to do a client reading for a woman I met on Facebook. Right out of the gate, we're starting with relationship. I love when this happened. She was wanting to know if a man she met some time ago and fell in love with is, her quote unquote twin flame, or, if she and he together make up a divine partnership. So we're going to see if we can find that out. But again, I'm starting with relationships. So there's something to this. And we're going right to enchantment, which for me is about healing from the universe. Crown chakra down. Enchantment back. Eternal flame. Second relationship card. And I'm just getting started. Eternal flame now at the bottom. And meditation, another card of healing. So it's like there's love and then there's healing. There's love and then there's healing. There may be something to that too. Eternal flame and dreams. Could be the, like the relationship, the love of your dreams, love of your life. There can be communication in dreams, both between the two and like from the universe to each one as part of that enchantment and the healing. A few possibilities here. Eternal flame back. I'll go one more. Celebration. This for me is always very divine too. And I just can't help it because to me this dove is like Pentecostal. So when it's a celebration of something, bestowed upon us by the universe, by God, like through the unity and fellowship of the Holy Spirit is what I see when I look at this. Eternal flame. Emergence. This is another card of healing. We seem to be keeping up with our pattern. For me, this one is about, there's so much yellow here and so much light here. And then with the 3 white rays of, this is like Christ light for me, that I, I can only imagine that below, from where we came, is where the darkness is. So we've really risen above and continued to elevate and to desire to continue to elevate. Like, please help me, heal me, raise me up. I want to be nearer and dearer to you, this light here. I have an overall energy of creativity. For me, this card is about Pisces. And or Aquarius, although I don't know whether or not that applies. Usually when I say it, it tends to, in, one or the other's chart or both. But I get that when I pick this card up because of these translucent fish here. They're like leaping out of the water. It's very Piscean to me. And then there's this angel with like heart-shaped wings. Nude, bare. Anytime anybody is nude, to me that's surrender, because we're at our like most vulnerable moment when we're without our clothes. And then this star on her forehead over her third eye certainly says Aquarius to me. However, the moon behind her says Pisces. In the tarot, the moon represents the sign of Pisces. And then she's holding this vessel while standing in the water, and there seems to be something coming from it, so she's like the water bearer. And so this is the coming together of Pisces and Aquarius for me. Well, it can have something to do with just that. Or actually right now, Pisces and Aquarius, front and center in the celestial system, as far as healing and sending us their powerful energy. Our full moon this weekend, or this week rather, on the 7th, is indeed in Aquarius. So that can be another reason why this is showing up here. We're getting energy from that. And Pisces is where Chiron, the wounded healer, that asteroid is in retrograde. So Pisces being like the healing energy that can help Chiron, because he could help anybody else, but he couldn't heal himself. And so he needs that Piscean energy. Those are other reasons why this card could be showing up, especially keeping with our theme of the pattern that we seem to have developed with love and healing, love and healing, love and healing. Here's some more. That's your overall energy. But I was just made to open to message from afar. So this could be similar to the dreams. Again, communication maybe in 5D. As well as from the universe to, either or both of you. Listen, pay attention to your intuition like a Pisces would, like the moon card in the tarot guides us to do. All right. Okay. Soulmate. So we started with relationship right out of the gate, and now the first, spread, if I can call it that. Here we go again. First card out. Soulmate. Wow. Sacred union. Dreams are back. So again, the partner of your dreams, the union of your dreams. You see these cards. Many of the same colors in these two cards. I would say they're connected. Another one, the meditation is necessary. So there is a need for individual healing as well as healing of this union. And of course, the universe will help you with that. And it's been showing us that by the cards with that phoenix-like rising from the phoenix, or phoenix rising rather from the ashes, like card that we received so far, emergence. And then the other one, enchanted, again, crown chakra down, those rays coming in through the top of the woman's head. The universe indicating to us they will help you with this healing, but it's necessary. But look what you got. Look what it's for. Okay. Or what it's to help you to prepare for. How beautiful is that? And the last card, Eternal Flame, is also back. And this one, so it's like your bookend here with the blue cards in the center. Maybe more so than any other part, we need to work on crown chakra because there's some purple here too. Purple and Ariel, sometimes representing the crown chakra, although Ariel also can represent sacral. But sometimes you'll see her in certain books, cards, stories, tarot decks, and things like that. With the crown chakra also. And whether it's her or not, because sometimes it's Metatron too. Sometimes it's Metatron, and it's going to be but he's also like third eye and sixth chakra. You're going to see that purple light surrounding them, and the crown chakra, the purple light, the ultraviolet fire, the ultraviolet flame. You're going to see all that. And then with the blue, it's like the throat chakra. Archangel Michael help you to cut away cords and to all those things. And then with this green comes in, you see the green is sort of like just like wafting through. It's like weaved in here. That's the healing. That's Raphael. Yeah, and then you're bookend by these very vibrant colors. So this again can be Ariel because she's orange, and the yellow is like Uriel. And then here's some more blue, some more Michael, maybe some pink or red for Chamuel. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm not gonna, this like speaks for itself. So I'm going to shuffle these a little bit again and see what else we can get. Maybe what's going on perhaps in the mind or higher self of the masculine. This sacred union card lingering, remaining with us for a while. Enchantment also back. Golden memories. So something that you need to leave alone, leave behind. Maybe that's why the colors of Michael were here before, again with the cutting cords. Something is for the past and you're not to take it forward with you into the future. Abundance. Maybe someone's an earth sign. It's possible. I mean, I'm not necessarily feeling that like I as strongly as I sometimes do, but this card of abundance says that to me. Somebody could be an air sign as well. Because while this card speaks earth, it also speaks Venus to me. And Venus would be a queen of not just earth, but air as well. And, you know, like the governess of both love and money, all forms of abundance. The overall energy is forgiveness. And this forgiveness can be, it's always beginning with ourselves, first of all. But it can be necessary for events that have occurred, you know, between us in recent past, in this lifetime. And sometimes these things extend to past lives as well. And we're walking around with regret and we don't even realize why. That can be another reason why forgiveness shows up. That can be another reason why Metatron shows up too, and the purple, because he can help us with that. But if you really feel that you need to clear something from a past life, or that you have questions, if you feel like you're remembering something and you're not sure, whether it's a situation that requires your forgiveness and that's why you're trying to remember it or anything else, then you can call on Archangel Jeremiah. And so maybe you've been going through that, because I don't know why that came up. All right, so this spread is my cross spread. And here we will ask the masculine what he's feeling about you and himself and the union as a whole. And then we'll ask the universe to add its 2 cents as to what the two of you can do from its perspective. The feminine about herself as it relates to the union, moon tree. So I think you've seen, at least as far as this deck is concerned, all of the divine union cards. Moon tree shows up when it's close to a full moon or new moon. So that may be one reason. But more importantly for you, when it shows up, it's an indication that there is a sacred marriage. The marriage between heaven and earth, and the marriage between the two beings for whom I'm reading. So right out of the gate, you're feeling very sacred wife. Nice. It's appropriate based on the other spread. And the masculine feeling about you, enchantment. He is enchanted. And this has dual meaning too, because this could mean you're like a positive, like motivating, a healing force and source for him. But also that he is enchanted by you, captivated in love. About himself, heaven on earth. There's something about which he is aware that he knows is a block, and it's something of which he has to let go, and that he's not going to be able to have space for the new and or welcome the new until he lets this old thing go. The old thing has to be released in order to, literally in order to vacate the space for the new. And until he does that, there is no room for this new, and it won't come. This is what he's chosen for himself. And with regard to the union as a whole, retreat. So we both need to get out and heal as individuals, and that's going to help the union to heal too. And both of us need to get grounded, and both of us need to get back in touch with Mother Earth and Mother Nature, doing this meditation if we can outside. If we're in an area that is conducive to doing any sort of meditation, doesn't have to be this kind, sitting Indian style in the grass, although it can be, but anything, whatever you find, put you at peace and get you in touch with Mother Nature, you know, is good, would work. Overall, spiritual growth, that's the purpose of all of that. The continued ascendance of the two of you as individuals, and of course of the continued ascent of the union as well. And more, you guys got more moon going on here. So maybe you're in for something this week or this month. We've got quite a bit of moon activity into the beginning of September, actually, with the new moon there, I think. I think we have solar eclipse now, and then lunar eclipse, and then solar eclipse again, if I remember correctly. In any case, what would the masculine have you do or surrender toward the union? Celebration, loosen up. Be more lighthearted, not so serious. And he might not be talking about you necessarily on this plane, is what I'm getting. He could be describing like what's going on in your head and your higher self. Relax, calm down, come back down to earth, land, land your bird. And you have all this to be comforted by. So you don't have to be like so flighty anymore. The outcome. Tantric union. And normally I would do this card first. I think it's funny that I did it after that one, after getting that feeling that what the masculine was describing to me was not about 3D, it was about 5D. And then here comes this as the outcome. This is certainly about 5D in many, many ways. Your communication there. It's also about the sexual energy and how that's a language, you know, body language. Love speaks without words. We don't need verbal communication necessarily to get our points across to one another when we're in this kind of connection. What is the masculine willing to do and or surrender toward the union? Reflection. And see how it's crossing this heaven on earth that he chose for himself? So he knows that he has to think on, yes, his past, his present, and what his goals are in the future. I need to, again, release something that no longer serves a purpose, a higher purpose in my life, so that I can make room for something that absolutely will. But I gotta spend some time thinking on that. I gotta spend some time in retreat in order to do that. You know, this can't be done hastily, and it can't be taken lightly. What would the universe have the two of us to do and or surrender for this? Expectancy. Let go of your expectations. You're very small-minded as a human being. Nothing personal against the two of you. But as a human or a humanoid, you have no idea or not nearly the capacity to comprehend, to conceive what the universe can provide if it is able, you know, if it is given free reign in your life. But if you limit it, you try to put the universe in a box, try to put God in a box and say, I want this only, I want it just like this, then you block your blessings, essentially. So the universe guides you both to let go of all these very, very limiting expectations of yours. And there you have that. I'm going to give you a chance to capture all your cards in case you want to pause, look at them. And then we're going to go to another spread again. This time, look. Let's see which one fell. Might mean something later. Seven of Earth. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, and unnecessary worry. This time, despite the wonderful cards that I began with in the other decks, I'm beginning with the Five of Air. It's really not one of my favorites. I'm not a fan. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. From the fives in general, and I saw quite a few fives as I was shuffling a few actually. But fives in general are about change. They can be about a clearing of energy, like a 5 comes through, you know, that energy is about to change, it's moving. They can be about challenge and, you know, challenging energy, conflict, difficulty, all of that sort of thing. And the 5 of air in particular, for me, doesn't have to be conflict with anybody that we even necessarily know. It could be with a stranger on the street, you stepped on my foot, that sort of thing. But it's almost always something that we did, or the, you know, in which we had a hand. Like we are in part responsible, whether it was inadvertently or intentional. We are in part responsible for the reason that we ended up in this conflict. And maybe it has something to do with our ego. That's what got us there. This is the devil, basically, in the traditional tarot. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So that abundance card popped up before. I said somebody may be an earth sign. I wasn't necessarily feeling it that strongly. This would be another indication that somebody's an earth sign, possibly. Because the devil and the 7 of earth popped up again as I was saying that. Get back down there. The devil is a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Or somebody taking on, you know, those attributes, traits of an earth sign. 5 of air back. And speaking of an earth sign, the 5 of earth. I'm not really a fan of this one either. It can be positive. I mean, there's wisdom to accept help from others. That's very positive. But aside from that, it's about fears surrounding money and uncertain self-employment. And for me, it's about a fear of abandonment in cases of love. It's about something being missing in a relationship, lack in a relationship. It's about, yeah, it can be about money too, especially, I guess, on the heels of the devil. Like fears of I can't be in a relationship because I can't afford it, like that kind of thing. Weird thinking. Five of air and the page of earth. Scholarly, dependable, patient, and successful is the page of earth. Also a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, like the devil or ego. Good news about financial matters. So maybe if we have been worried, we can stop because money's coming in. Wanting to do something more challenging, maybe, and a new area of study also possible. Me, page of earth, may be specifically a Virgo, because that would be the more youthful and or, you know, quote unquote, immature sign of the earth element, Virgo. I'm going to cut. Well, we went from the 5 of air, and I just knocked the 9 down too. But we went from the 5 of air to the 10 of air, another card of like clearing and changing of energy. The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Somebody may even be recovering from an addiction. And recovering from an addiction does not have to be like a substance abuse problem. It can be any kind of codependency. So it can be upon a toxic relationship, you know, like any person, place, or thing can be upon what this addiction was. And speaking of Virgo, your overall energy is the Hermit with Archangel Raziel. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. Masculine is the Knight of Air, intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless. Also a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options so you can come up with creative solutions. Surrounded by the Lovers, also an air sign, a Gemini, or perhaps an Aquarius or Libra, being represented by this card. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Good health. And the Four of Air, another indication that he has a decision to make. It's time to rest or take a vacation. That retreat. Allow more time before making a decision, maybe as to whether or not to release something old. Maybe that's what the Lovers is here about too. Lovers can certainly be about a decision, especially when it's sitting here atop the Four of Air, also about a decision, right? And that meditation may provide answers to the decision to help you. Feminine, the Knight of Earth, loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind is the Knight of Earth. Again, like the page, a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. It's time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. You have a guardian angel, so you're not alone on the path. Surrounded by the Five of Earth, fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. And in the female or feminine subconscious, rather, the Four of Fire. So thinking about contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, and the successful completion of a project. Looking forward to that. They both have fours at their foundation, you know, here at the root, at the bottom. And fours are about foundations, stability. Crowning, it's the Three of Fire, abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. We have the Three of Fire, which is well, first of all, it's a 3. It can very well be about abundance, especially crossing the Five of Earth and sitting here next to the Knight of Earth. It can be about the feminine's very clear concern with the monetary and or material. But it can also be about what I call a party of 3, not necessarily romantic, not necessarily a love triangle, but that is a possibility, especially here crossing the Lovers. And again, this can be about what the masculine's decision is. You know, am I letting go of my older relationship? Maybe it's toxic or something like that. It's run its course, whatever the case is. But I'm used to it. I'm here with it. I got to reflect on this first. Am I letting this go? Or am I, not, basically. At the root, the Star, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. The Star represents the sign of Aquarius, or maybe Gemini or Libra. You're on the right path when the Star shows up. It's a big yes from the major arcana. Like, yeah, yes, your prayers are answered. Yes, your wish is granted. It's like a genie in the bottle. Here at the heart of the matter, the Seven of Fire. Defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely, however. So when the masculine does make a decision, he's guided to stick to it. And you too. That's here at the heart of the matter. And one affects the other if, you're going to work toward being a couple. So where one makes a decision that affects the other, it's about defending it. And in that sense, like thereby defending one another, too. Or not, or walking away. Walking away and not even meeting with the confrontation. This confrontation that you're encountering can be what the Five of Air was here about before. We do have the next card upright. See if we can clarify further this Three of Fire. Two of Fire. So it is, I think, a decision has to be made as to whether or not to narrow down this party of 3 to a 2. And it looks like that is what will happen. But we may have to be patient. Knight of Earth is very slow. Okay, sometimes we wish we could push him along. He's very slow. He's very methodical. He's very paced. He's not the Knight of Air. He's not going to take off running. He's going to, plan what he's doing and all that. So we may have to be patient with this Two of Air finally coming about. But not only based on this spread here, but the previous ones, it's coming. And now we're going to look at some life purpose cards too, beginning with Artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. And I've opened to counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Counseling. Music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. Angel actually said that to me the other day about somebody. Maybe because I didn't realize at the time that I had a card that said that, but maybe that's why they thought I'd be familiar. Anyway, counseling is back. And justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. And it's here opposite the counseling. So maybe some sort of legal advice, paralegal, legal aid, something like that maybe. Oop. Justice and freedom. You're free to do what you choose. That's always awesome. Justice back. I'm going to cut. Practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. And I started with artists, and artist is now the overall energy. I don't know if that's visual art. Maybe it's, music arts. We also saw music, and we saw the need to practice. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. And it's possible, sometimes when I do this, I've moved on to another aspect of the reading, but the angels haven't. And so they'll connect the cards to what's already lying there, as opposed to just showing me something about career. They could be connecting it to your, everyday life or your love life. So like here atop the Knight of Air, study. Which a Knight of Air may very well do, right? The air signs is all about intelligence and, being a studious and all of this sort of thing. Reading, research, and education helped gain you confidence and clarity about your career. Atop the Lovers, the counseling is back. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. And atop the Four of Air, teaching. You inspire young people to learn. Atop the Knight of Earth, speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. Still could be a Virgo involved maybe. Mercury, which is again the communication and intelligence, rules Gemini, and the air also rules Virgo. Here atop the Five of Earth, where you're feeling that you're lacking, that's what the Five of Earth is about. You have support, so you don't have to feel that way. Your life purpose fully supports you. That means the angels are around to help you. The universe has got your back. And here atop the Four of Fire, spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. Now this here in like your subconscious, so you may be thinking about being a spiritual teacher. You may be thinking about visiting a spiritual teacher, taking in somebody else's classes. And it's here mirroring the teaching. So again, this can be for you, to teach you, or you teaching somebody else, or both. Crowning, here atop the Two of Fire, which is about partnership and romance, and in the quote-unquote twin flame community, divine union community, it is the twin flame card of the tarot, or the divine union card of the tarot. And you're free to do whatever you choose. This is a big part of why we exist, why the universe has activated us. It is to take back the world's freedom from those who would stifle it. And here at the root, atop the star, justice. It's right where it belongs, right? This represents air signs. So does justice. Libra, the scales. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. And Speaking of healing and justice, there goes Raphael outside my window. He sounds like he's in my bedroom with me. And here atop the 7 of fire, writing. So more of this Mercurian energy coming through. Communication and all this sort of thing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. So it does sound like you have the freedom to choose. It could, all of this could still have something to do with music, for example. You could be writing music, teaching it to others, doing some sort of music therapy, maybe working with children that are, you know, ADD or autistic, somewhere on the spectrum. There's so many things that they could tie all of this together. Or none of it. That's the beauty of being free to choose whatever you want to do. That's awesome. So your advice here from the Tony Carmine Salerno Universal Love Oracle to the masculine is earth connection. This is about, again, I talked to you for a while about getting like in touch with nature and getting grounded, spending some time outside, and, you know, connecting. Masculine guided to do some of that. For you, sorrow. So you have something, some like regret, resentment, something of which you need to let go. This is connected to that forgiveness that showed up before with Kuan Yin. That's what you've got to work on. And you may need the meditation to help you with that. To help you with, there is meditation. There's binaural tones. There's all sorts of things you can do to release issues from the past, fear, regret, ego, resentment, all of these things. The masculine, strength with Archangel Ariel. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments. Well, I just told you to. Forgiveness and compassion instead are going to be necessary. Exactly what I was just saying to you. He's got to do the same thing. And for you, 7 of air. So you may have some trust issues to work on as well. Plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, and poor timing. So you will, yeah, and there's the same meditations can help to heal that too. From the Life Purpose Oracle to the masculine, children. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. And there's like a Pied Piper Jesus here. So again, with music and helping children, this says in healing children, this can be some sort of music therapy to maybe somebody that has like, I don't know, central auditory processing difficulty or something. Don't ask me how I know about all of these things. I had my own children who were, you know, quote unquote special ed, and I advocated quite a bit here in New York City on behalf of children with learning differences, as I like to call them. And that may be what you end up doing, something like that, or the masculine, working with these children that you know need our help. And speaking, I brought up Metatron before. These are Metatron's children. Any children that, well, children in general, but certainly those with learning differences. Those are the ones with whom he especially, you know, likes to like take under his wings. And for you, trust. I just finished pointing out that it looked like you had some trust issues when I picked this up, and the angels confirming for me, yep, that's right. That's what you need to work on. Trust your feelings and your dreams to guide your career path. I hope that you enjoy your reading, dear, and that you find it helpful. Namaste, angel.